Hello again people, Man on the Edge here again. This time we're going to be looking at my Led Zeppelin stuff. I've got a lot of bootlegs here, they're all factory pressed discs except for one of them, which I'll be explaining when we get to it. Might take me a while to get through these because, as you can see, there's quite a lot of these. So let's get going. First up we've got In the Evening. This is on the On-Stage label. It's Brussels, Belgium, June 1980. Great soundboard recording. There's the track listing. It's not the full version of this, there's a longer edition, but I only have this one, but it's still brilliant. So that's that. And we've got You Shock Me. It's live performances, I'm not too sure where it was recorded. That's on the Entertainers label. It doesn't say where it was recorded, this at all. My camera's not focusing, what's going on? I think my camera has been drinking. There you go. Next up we've got Elvis Has Just Left the Building. This is an interesting one. It's all you know, sort of cover versions and rock and roll type songs, and taken from various concerts. All good sound quality on that one. That's one of my favourite bootlegs that I've got, actually, that one. It's not the usual tracks, it's quite interesting. Next up, Robert Plant, No Looking Back. This is on the Kiss the Stone label. So as usual for Kiss the Stone, it's all perfect quality. I don't think they ever put out any audience recordings. I could be wrong on that, but every Kiss the Stone CD that I ever bought was always perfect sound quality. And so yeah, this one, there's the track listing there. It's got a couple of repeats, you know, the tracks repeat themselves, it's different versions, but it's just what you get. So, but it's still a brilliant CD to own. Nothing much to be said about this. Any Led Zeppelin fan will be aware of what that is. Same with that one, In Through the Outdoor. Next up, Jimmy Page, Live in Ohio. This is one of the recent bootlegs that's been put out over the last few years. One of these FM broadcast ones. Good picture of Jimmy on the back there with his 12 string. Journey Through the Past, Page and Plant, Jimmy again on the back. I ordered this one from the US. It took well over a month to arrive, but obviously worth the wait. You can't go wrong with Page and Plant or any Led Zeppelin. Houses of the Holy, nothing to be said about that. Page and Plant on tour. I think this is Glastonbury, but I could be wrong. It's hard to read the writing through the phone, especially when it doesn't cooperate and doesn't focus. And plus it's black writing on a sort of greeny turquoise background, so it's... But from my memory I'm pretty sure it's Glastonbury, but I'm not 100% sure. Jimmy Page and John Paul Jones. That's sort of obscure tracks from some point in their career, I'm not sure when. But a lot of those tracks are on this other set that's coming up next. Best of, or the Jimmy Page Collection, volumes 1 and 2. This actually came in a slipcase, but the slipcase just fell apart over time, so I ended up getting rid of it. It looked a mess, so I couldn't even glue it. It was battered. I think it had been left out in the rain or something. So yeah, the CDs themselves are in perfect condition. It was just the slipcase that looked like it had been dragged through a bush. those are probably the ones I listen to the least out of all these. The tracks are not very good, to be honest. It's not Led Zeppelin. It's not the best. Now this one, now we're talking. This is for badge holders only. 3-disc set. Comes in a nice box with a poster. I can find the poster. I think it's in here somewhere. It's hard to do this with one hand. There's the poster. There you go. So yeah, that's 3 discs. I'm not going to bother putting that back in with one hand. I'll shove that over to that side. Next up we've got the No Quarter. That's the still factory sealed. I haven't actually listened to that one. I've got the DVD and I've heard this a million times. I had another copy of this. It's an album I'm very familiar with. I don't need to play it. So yeah, it's in one of my standard, the wrappers that I put all these in, but it's actually, it's still factory sealed underneath as well. But I don't know why I'm bothering. It's factory sealed, trust me. I've got no reason to lie about that. It's only a cheap buy. And that was the next album, Walking into Clarksdale. Not as good as that one in my opinion, although it is new songs on, and it's Most High is good, but yeah, you'll be familiar with that if you're a Page and Plant fan. Let's just get rid of that poster. Next up we've got How the West Was Won. Again, very familiar to any Led Zeppelin fan. Great album, just you've heard everything about, you know, you can see a million reviews of that on YouTube. I don't need to go into the details. Celebration Day, the O2 concert. Physical Graffiti. I'll just put them on the top because I don't want the cardboard albums getting crushed under the weight of all the others. Next up we've got the Hit Collection. This is all great sound quality recordings. I think it's California maybe. My eyes are terrible and my camera doesn't focus. And you might be able to see where that was recorded there anyway. I think it's mid-70s or early, maybe 72, 73. That's one of a 2-disc set. It's the Early Days, Latter Days. That's the Latter Days one. Only paid £1 for that. Years ago I got that. I need to get the Early Days as well, just so I've got the double, you know, the complete set. But you know, I don't need them songs. I've got them on the albums. I don't need to really get it, but I'd like to complete the 2-disc set if I can get it. Led Zeppelin 1, the original one with the yellow writing. Led Zeppelin 2. Led Zeppelin 3. Led Zeppelin 4. BBC Sessions. Destroyer. This is the first Led Zeppelin bootleg I bought, and it's brilliant. The date is wrong on the back cover, but just a brilliant recording and just legendary bootleg that. Now this one is the CDR I was telling you about. It's the O2 concert. It's an audience recording. I saw it on eBay. The listing didn't say that it was a CDR, so I bought it, and when it arrived it was crap. No, I'm not talking about the sound quality, because audience recordings don't bother me. What bothered me is that it was homemade shit, and it didn't say that it was homemade shit. So that bugged me, and I made a claim. I got my money back. Only one of the discs is actually in working order as well. The other disc says it should have like 8 tracks or whatever it is on, but it only has 1 or 2. So it was just a complete rip-off, and I paid something like £10 for it. So I was really not happy. But luckily I got my money back through eBay. The seller even denied that it was a copy, but I'll show you the discs. They are CDRs. I mean, I really, as a rule, I do not purchase CDRs because they've got no value to them at all. I can make them myself if I wanted to. If I wanted to get a computer, I could make my own copies of these. It's just pointless. So yeah, that's that one. I would actually like to get the audience recorded version of that. I know there's a DVD as well. So yeah, I mean, that's what I thought I was buying. I thought I was buying a factory pressed version of the audience recording, but no, it's just some homemade shite. This is one of those sort of biography type CDs that's not really got any music on it. It's just people talking. I think I bought this from a pound shop. So yeah, that's all it's really worth, is £1, because the cover's alright. It's all about the 4th album. Next up we've got Duo, Page and Plant. This is all various TV recordings, and I think there's a few little concert bits on there maybe. Quite an interesting one. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. I don't know why my camera does not focus properly. This one is one of the new bootleg, Milwaukee, 1995 I think. 2 discs. This one is just a greatest hits, but it's unofficial. Just the normal studio versions. Same with this from Mexico, it's the greatest hits. And then another one. These are from Mexico, both those 2, these. Dallas, 1975. Jimmy Page, Outrider. That's one you're probably familiar with. Anyone who's into Led Zeppelin and Jimmy Page and Coverdale. There's a bootleg of studio recordings that I keep meaning to get. There's one from the 90s that I think well, maybe 90s or early 2000s that came out, but then they've re-released it, one of these modern bootlegs. This is obviously the official album, but the studio demos are available for anyone that wants them. This one, Hampton, Virginia, 1971. I ordered this one from Japan. 2 discs. Not the best sound quality on this one, but still a good piece of history. This one is, I'm not sure where this one was recorded. Boston, is it? I think Boston, Massachusetts. Coda. Still in the factory wrapping, but it's been opened at the side. And then I've put in one of my wrappers there. And then we've got these Together Again series. I've not got the full series, but I've got a few of them. That's all. Not sure where that one's recorded, to be honest. That one's Miami. That one's California. And this one is all various TV performances and radio and Irving Meadows. There you go. Next up we've got that Fillmore. This is another one of these modern ones, but I've not listened to this yet. It's still factory sealed. Next up we've got Countdown. That's the Shepperton rehearsals for the 2007 O2 gig. There's only a few tracks from the rehearsals on there, and then there's all these bonus songs and studio mixes and stuff. Next up, Who's Country Joe? I think this is the Fillmore as well, but the date's wrong on the album cover, on the artwork. The bass is really heavy on this one as well, if I'm remembering correctly. I had to turn the bass completely off on my stereo when I listened to this, because it's just really overpowering, the bass. It's sort of, you know, it's too bassy on the recording. I don't know whether it's been altered or what, but it's next up we've got Earl's Court, classic concert there. It's a mixture of audience recordings and soundboards. Good set to have though, that. Just put that on the top. Next up we've got Electric Orgasm, 3-disc set. There's number 3. Number 2, well, I'll show you the back. Not sure where this was recorded either. I should have probably researched these a bit better, but anyone that's interested can Google it themselves, and I'm not sure whether it's recorded. Sounds good though, that one. It's got good sound quality. Next up we've got Nebworth, another 3 discs. Another classic concert. That's an audience recording as well. It's not the soundboard version that you'll be familiar with if you've got the Led Zeppelin DVD that came out in 2003, was it? The official one. Next up we've got another 3-disc set. This is Listen to This, Eddie. probably one of the best Led Zeppelin bootlegs you can get. It's just the best concert that ever was recorded by Led Zeppelin, in my opinion, and a lot of other people's opinion. Great sound. It's an audience recording, recorded by Mike the Mike. If you don't know who he is, I suggest you do, look it up, because it's an interesting story. He used to go to these concerts in a wheelchair that he didn't need, and he had his recording equipment hidden under his wheelchair and microphones hidden in his hat, and he was just a legend. He recorded hundreds of concerts, and just, the sound quality on them is amazing. How he achieved it back in the early 70s, using really sort of, I wouldn't say primitive equipment, but he wasn't using professional recording equipment, but he was able to just get these amazing recordings, and this is just one of them. It's, trust me, if you only ever buy one Led Zeppelin bootleg in your life, I know this is 3 discs, but it's classed as one set, listen to this, Eddie, because it really is worth listening to. And then the last of the CDs is The Song Remains the Same. Nothing to be said about that. Everyone's familiar with that one, obviously. Okay, so next up, that's all the CDs anyway. And then we've got a book that's a guide to all the CDs. Just tells you the track listing, grades the sound quality. It's got all the Page and Plant stuff, all the solo albums. Absolute Bible for Led Zeppelin collectors, that. Obviously with Discogs and the internet now, and it's easy to look up all that information, but back in the day before the internet, even with the internet, this is just a really interesting read. It's a good thing to own. So we come to the DVDs now. This is one of those review, interview type deals. It's got some clips of songs, but it's not great. It's okay. It's worth one watch maybe. I think I watched this once and then never again. It's okay. The Song Remains the Same. The Led Zeppelin DVD, the official one. No quarter, unleaded. Page and Plant, Traveller of Time and Space. I think this is from Germany. I think it was made in Germany, this one. Live in Milwaukee, so got the CD and the DVD of that concert. And then this one is what we're listening to now on the TV. I've got 2 of these. It's rock and roll. It's Cologne, Germany, I think 1998. That one's still factory sealed, and this is the one that's dropping everything. This is the one that's playing at the moment, that's why there's no disc in that one. And that's it, that's all my Led Zeppelin stuff. Hopefully it wasn't too boring. I know it took a while to get through them, but thanks for watching. See you next time.